everybody, and welcome to the Viper's Pit. And here I am again in a nice little area of the park. So today I'm going to talk about this little girl right here. As you can tell, this is actually, of course, CoverGirl. Actually, she was made with the Wolverine tank, and of course, usually what it is with this one is that makes it unique is that I actually had to customize this one. As you can see right here, if I bring it close up, to let you guys know that I actually took the time and actually tried to find a decent paint scheme, and of course tried to pretty much get it as detailed as possible, but I kind of made it like a little variant of it. With the waist and legs, these actually came from an Eco Warrior Flint pair of pants and whatnot here, and it actually originally was green all the way through and black. So the black was a belt buckle, and of course it was green. So there was actually a lot of things going on with the other paints that I was using, and it didn't go out too good because it started to bleed through. So how I actually took care of this was actually by using a little bit of the Tamiya, however you guys pronounce it, the flat acrylic paint. It actually bonds very well to this G.I. Joe plastic. And I went to a gaming store in my area, and I picked up these guys right here, the Army Painter War Paints. I believe that these guys are actually located in Denmark or Norway. Norway to be exact. And it actually stays on pretty good. This is the leather brown that I used for her boots, as well as her belt right here. I only paid like about $2.99 for this, and it actually is an acrylic-based paint, so you won't have any problems trying to remove any of the stains that you make on any of the surfaces, just as long as you don't get it on clothing. So just be careful with that. And it says right here also is I got the other one for her pants and whatnot, which is actually called the Banshee Brown, which actually gives it a nice little two-tone, as you can see here. And the problem with that is, what I'm going to talk about now is the art of customs. All right, it takes a little time, it takes a little effort to do, but as long as you're patient, the steps I would actually recommend is going slow, and always work on something that actually would be like a junker piece or something like that. Like, say for example, I got this one here from the October Guard Red Star. As you can see here, it's actually been reworked a little bit, so then that way it actually had a broken waist. So I may just repaint this and customize it, but usually use something broken, I would recommend, before you decide if you're not sure. But when it comes to customization, it's always best to do some sort of research and test before you commit to it, because you don't want to ruin something that's totally brand new, and then of course it doesn't turn out so great. Those leave that up to people that have been doing it for such a long time. Just start small, start with something simple, and of course also, as you can see over here, I got my little tub full of paints and stuff. The best thing for these G.I. Joes that I like to use are acrylics, because like I said, you don't have to worry about making that much of a mess. Soap and water will clean it up here and there, but if you have to, you can always get yourself an acrylic thinner, like so, like this little guy here. And of course, this is actually at my local hobby shop, which I paid at RC Country for $3.99. I haven't used it much yet, but I will be when I start airbrushing this guy over here. So then that way I can get him repainted and restarted up. But for this project, I still need to actually fill in a few of the holes that were left on this bird. So I'll be taking care of that in no time. But airbrushing is a unique skill as well. I may not be for everybody, but yet it does do very well. But also the thing is, going back to, of course, CoverGirl here, is that there's no streaks or anything like that that I actually got from actually painting the actual parts here for her. And I just use some basic brushes here and there that I usually try to pick up. These I picked up at Hobby Lobby, called Premium 10. The only one that was different here that I got was this angular brush right here, which actually, if you can see, is this little guy. Let me pull it out, because that one is a detailing brush, like so. So I'll just go ahead and pull this one out. This one I found at Hobby Lobby. They're still out there, so you can still pick them up. It actually does real well for the detailing, like here, as you see. So what I have to say, advice-wise, for everybody that is just wanting to customize or paint up something, especially something that you would love to have, but nobody's ever made, is, you know what? Take the process a little bit at a time, and excuse the background noise because somebody just had to set off their horn. But like I said, that happens here at the park once in a great while. Why I'm at the park? Because where I'm at always gets too noisy and too crazy, but yet we got noisy and crazy over here at this moment in time. Just remember, I'm at a park. I'm not going to edit anything because why? I don't care. Anyways, going back to the train of thought, and this is really, really important that you guys need to do, is actually, like I said, find some broken stuff that you can test and play around with that doesn't have any meaning for you, so in that way you can actually hone your skills. It does take time, it does take practice, and it does take patience. I used to be very lousy at this when I was a kid. I mean, I tried building the USS Enterprise model as a kid. I used too much glue, too much paint. The pylons kind of went limp and bent, too much glue. And of course, you know, lots of splotches of paint, which, you know, at that point in time, you're a kid, you know, but yet it takes practice. It does take time. Don't feel rushed. Just do it out of, basically, do it out of love. Do it out of something, you know, that's meaningful to you. And, you know, set it as a goal. Set it as something like, oh man, it would be cool if I can turn this guy into Thundercracker, or it'd be cool if I can actually give her a black coat or something like that. And here's the other thing. Don't ever get discouraged from other people's works. Never, never get discouraged from other people's works, because they had to learn as well as you have to learn the same way. But yeah, you know what? Just do it for the fun of it. And that's all I got to say right now. And of course, you know, you will get better in time. And of course, you know, you're going to have something very awesome that people would love to get their hands on, or something people that may want to ask you to make for them. So don't give up, and, you know, just do it out of love. And that's all I got to say. This is Pit Viper 327 signing off. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you want to share this video, go for it. You know, with all the blessings in the universe from this Pit Viper. Have a good one, and Pit Viper is signing off. Bye.